Okay. Reaper coming in now. This doesn't do much. And we have a Twilight Council coming here now.
Yeah, that's very parting-esque. Definitely the majority of the metagame was that a while ago. Let's see if it's the Blink 4 gate that he's been so strong at. Maybe he wants to fall back on something like that. I don't know that this is where you want to play that, but
Terran's actually hiding the starport at the bottom. This is a very unusual spot to hide it at because you can't really get behind their minerals easily from this position, but it's not going to be spotted either.
Of course, he does have his Dark Shrine on the way, Prism as well. Wow, seeing those Hellions go down there.
Yeah, you know what's coming.
Important.
Oh my gosh, this is great for partying. Look, he's in position now.
Wow, that's huge that he had that watchtower.
Okay, this is a big catch here. Problem is that that's not enough Stalkers to actually prevent the drop from happening. And so probes are going to be killed here. Okay, he kills the medevac, but 8 probes killed? That pays. That's the price of 4 Hellions.
Yeah, that is true. He got the price, but he got the medevac, and it's a proxy starport. So I think it's not as bad as it looks. I mean, 9 probes is a lot of probes. We can't pretend that it's not. But when you look at the whole package of what's occurred, and yeah, I think it's not the end of the world here for parting. And look, these DTs might just win him the game. Who knows?
Looky here.
But I have invisible men. Oh God, he has no scan.
Hate boys. One with the blade, the other one with the scythe. Sith?
Oh,
what is that word? A scythe? Scythe? Okay,
Scythe.
thank you.
Ooh, the Liberator comes in, gets 6 kills.
But Air Boys over here in the in the Protoss space.
Oh, he actually picked both of them up?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But the Flyboy over here killing more and more workers. Still though, this is a long ways out for more scans, and you know, you can be pretty. It's pretty rough, man. You could just dodge scans the moment that they put it up. I mean, the Warp Prism, especially with the pickup range, it's like...
This is one of the nice things about the starport being over there, right? Even if you make a Viking or whatever to push away the Prism, it's going to take a long time to get home.
That's a very good point. I hadn't even factored that in. Yeah. It's so far away from home. And this is where you want to try to force this to eventually lift off, because then they can't scan with it. Waha!
Picks it up once again.
See you later, alligator. Wow! Go back. No.
Oh, he's actually not gonna.
I thought he should. I think he should stay in there longer. Yeah. I love backseat gaming as a caster. You know, I would have won even harder if I was there.
Yeah. Well, he did a lot of counter damage with this. Honestly, he did. He did. I think more damage actually than what Maru.
Well, not just that. I mean, the main wasn't even mining.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stuff going on here, and in fact,
he's spamming turrets out. He's lost some units as well.
Oh, 1 DT goes down. That's the funny thing is, you know, DTs a lot of times can do an insane amount of damage. But then there's other moments where, like, they just get killed and don't do anything. It's not like so many of the other units, like a Marauder, where you can, in certain engages, if they're running, for instance, you'd kill everything off. And Marines, you know, a lot of fights in StarCraft are basically units trading into each other. Never the case of the DT. It's all about technique.
So look at this defensive formation of Maru. That is something you just cannot attack.
Yeah, it would be insane to ever try to break that.
Yeah.
Instead, what you need to do is wait for a 4th base to be taken, or the beginnings of that, and then you try to take a fight there.
I'm getting chills. I think I'm very excited right now because
carriers again.
The way, yeah, that's cool as well. But like, just looking at the way that these two are playing against each other, it's just kind of exciting. Like, I love the way that Maru is doing this defense at the moment because his army's going to scale a little bit better than what Parting has. So even though Parting did get an advantage, Maru's fighting back very intelligently here. But then Parting is switching that around, saying, all right, I mean, I see that you're fully turtle, I can't do anything, so why not get into carriers here? Which is kind of a fun and exciting unit to see being made in this matchup because it's just, it's never been a mainstay in PvT. You know?
Yeah.
We definitely had periods where Tempests were a big mainstay in this matchup, but never the carrier. All right, so carriers are popping out. I feel like, okay, so like Liberator range, upgrades, sure, great stuff. A bunch of turrets being made, it makes sense.
He needs to get rid of these zealots.
Yeah.
But which way will I get rid of them?
That's funny.
Okay,
those are pretty inefficient. But what do you think we're going to see from Maru tech-wise to actually deal with the carriers? Because he hasn't,
a good question.
Like, he's making a couple Vikings, but it doesn't feel like he's countering the carriers very hard right now, which maybe that's it. Maybe that's, you know, maybe you don't want to counter them too hard.
Also, another thing worth pointing out here is that Maru never pushed. He's just staying back. These guys are getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it almost seems as though Maru actually wants Party to try to attack into him.
Well, if Parting attacks into him, I would say that that goes well for Maru. But that being said, Maru can't take as many bases as Parting can. It's TVP. You're just, you know, and it's going to be really hard to attack Parting. And when Maru's not entrenched, Parting can attack into him, you know? So Maru has to stay entrenched. He's continuing to build mass turret. I could see him just going like turret push, like playing like a Zerg and just having turrets everywhere and just push out across the map like that, you know? Look at this. I mean, he's getting building armor, continuing to make these turrets. Yeah, this is very cool. I don't want this game to end.
Look at that.
That is an army right there. Well, the Vikings, I mean, should do all right, but it looks like he's trying to utilize disruptors to hit the turrets. And that's going to work pretty well, I would say, right?
All right, here we go.
Do we have Storm there as well?
I actually don't think there is Storm underneath that. So, yeah, I mean, you can just, this is going to sound weird, but Protoss can just push with this, right?
I think so.
You just keep sniping the weaker, I don't know.
The Vikings will kill the carriers so fast. That's why I'm a little bit surprised there's not like a High Templar here.
Yeah.
Like even one storm on that many Vikings does like thousands of damage.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you're completely right. It would seem like you have the disruptors on the ground to hit the infantry and the tanks, and then you have Psystorm to...
Maybe he thinks that EMP is just going to blanket everything every time?
I guess. I mean, it could, but I mean, can't you just put him inside of a warp prism?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And the thing is, what we're talking about is actually, we're starting to get pretty far out there with how hard it is to control all that together, because like the prism has to be far enough away, it doesn't get sniped from the Vikings, but then it has to come in against the Vikings to drop the High Templar to do the storm while not getting EMP'd.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's getting pretty complicated, it's getting pretty hard, but we expect a lot out of the former world champion, I guess.
So there's still two bases that Terran could take, right? There's one base that Protoss could take, unless Protoss gets very ambitious and takes the very far bottom right.
I think he could take that. If he's pressuring top, he could take that.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, there's the Tempest. If I'm looking at this correctly, Parting will mine out before Maru. And I think this may be a game where Maru then tries to navigate that to a win.
Maybe.
Where we end up having to tally up where the resources went, and basically as Maru pushes out and kills Parting, and Parting tries to remake, he'll run out of money before Maru will, I think.
Okay. Well, this looks to me like what Parting is going to have to do to win this game is a different type of push than what we've been seeing. This is going to have to be a little bit more entrenched. You're going to have some High Templars spread out. You're going to have to tag everything and just really utilize your Tempest to kind of punish the Vikings a bit. See?
Oh,
a little bit better, a little bit better. Ooh, I think the Vikings are doing a bit better there.
Yeah, I just, you know, it's funny because this is such a sophisticated army composition, but it does seem like a zillion Vikings is actually better.
Yeah, he does need Psystorm against that.
It's fun.
I know that everything's being blanketed with EMPs, but he really needs to hit those with a Psystorm.
If he gets one or two Psystorms and just blows up all the Vikings.
Yeah.
How many, I don't even know, how many Psystorms does it take to kill a Viking?
Like 2?
2, I think? Maybe 3? I actually don't know.
I'm trying to think. I don't know, but if you hit the Viking clump with 2 Psystorms, even if they're running out of them, then your Tempests are going to start wrecking them.
That's true. That's
it's like
also
as soon
very
as they
true.
start getting in the yellow, they're going to evaporate. These are 3/3 Tempests.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this
you
is
and
so
I,
funny.
we're invisible. Oh.
Wow.
So there's only one base on the map not taken, and that's in the bottom right. Terran going to just start to nuke this. It's funny. Ooh, good shot of the nuke there. It is a funny thing where when you have this much of the map, it is hard to know where the nuke is coming. Good save at the last second by Party. No probes will be died. No probes were hurt in the making of this cast.
All right, just going to throw another one down.
Oh,
more
no.
Ghost Academies coming up. Oh, no, he pulls it again.
Good save again.
You know what? He got that assimilator.
Uh-oh, he has to remake it now.
200 minerals, 200 gas for that assimilator.
Big wins there. This is so funny. He's just not going to get it.
I thought he wasn't going to get it because of a shield battery, but the shield battery wasn't there, and it was a different reason. Oh, that's a good one. Look at that.
Yeah, 12 probes killed there. Again, I mean, the nukes don't really cost that much.
Honestly, that's not even that painful because it's like, yeah, now he's on 63 SCVs. Who cares? He's at like 6K, 3K bank. He doesn't actually need as many SCVs or probes as he has. Okay, he does have a good amount of High Templars under there, but yeah, here comes a Prism. I think he's really realized what he needs now. Yeah. A few disruptors just to make sure Maru doesn't get cheeky. High Templars, Oracle for tagging, Carrier Tempest. That is pretty darn good. That's a good little comp right there. These ghosts though actually being a pain, huh?
You got to be careful with these nukes too, because sometimes they don't pay for themselves. We've had games where people keep nuking and canceling, and it's like you're not actually getting much out of this. This is resources wasted. I don't think this game is the case.
I think it's a bigger issue. I think in this matchup, you literally should think of the nuke, because I think we think about nukes wrong. Actually, I was just thinking about this.
Oh yeah.
Because we think of nukes as like, well, it costs 100. It doesn't cost 100. It costs only 100 minerals because Terran never uses all their gas, ever.
Oh, that's a very good point.
They actually, every Terran, like look at this, someone's probably watching like, whoa, why does he spend his 3K gas? He literally can't spend his 3K gas. The way that the Terran economy is and the units that they use, yeah, see, this is what he needs. They literally never spend their gas. So I think people should look at nukes as only costing 100 minerals.
I really like that point.
But in the meantime, right, you just killed a ton of turrets over here.
Right.
And you can, like you said, you can build as many turrets as you want. They don't cost supply, but they do cost minerals, which is what all the Terran units cost. So, I mean, you could make him mine out over time with something like this. I want to see the actual army tab really badly. I really want to see the army tab. The production tab really is not exciting for me because I know exactly what's on it at all times. It's always 5 nukes, and it's always turrets.
This is true.
It's like, that's what it is. Yes, I understand. That's what we're making. Okay, he's actually adding gates. So he's anticipating losing his air fleet and then remaxing with ground units to slaughter a Maru that is on almost pure Viking Ghost.
This is a technique we oftentimes see Zerg players use.
Yeah,
or
the
those
massive
swap
tech switch.
Yeah, the tech swings.
But anyone can do it late game if your economy's big enough and you have the production. Normally it's Zerg because, you know, you have all the larvae and you can make any unit you want out of it.
Yeah, and you usually get all the map first.
Yeah, you go up to 20 gates, no problem, man. That's 40 supply instantly. See this? Yeah, how do you actually kill Parting's army? And if you do, he's coming back at you with those gateway units. All right, how many gates does he actually have? 18,
Damn.
And then some more finishing up.
Okay.
So he's 20 plus gates.
It's crazy. These nukes, again. I really want to see if Terran can nab the bottom right. Because Terran is starting to engulf more of the map than Protoss is. And here we go.
Okay, yeah. Parting has to choose one of these bases, this one or the other one that Maru took from him. And he has to actually stop Maru from mining there.
Yeah,
because if Maru gets one more base, there's no way, right?
Yeah, when you're in split map like this, guys, and they just get the extra base, one base is more than enough minerals and gas to swing the game in your favor.
You'll generally
usually
always overcome your opponent in that situation.
Yeah, usually, unless you're really not controlling well.
By the way, I just want to say, it's weird to have the Tempest blue attack on air and then orange attack on the ground, even though it's like makes it much clearer what they're shooting at. I just want to It's like kind of weird that they change color like that.
So it looks like Parting did deny acquisition of the bottom right. That's going to be forced to lift off.
And look at this. He's being much more brazen with this army. Oh, he's moving all his Templars in a group.
Yeah, 1 EMP, and that is...
They move in herds.
They move in herds. They do move in herds.
Maru's. And then they get EMP'd.
Yeah.
Oh, God. But yeah, this army of Parting, man. I mean, Maru's super cool, but is he as cool as this Golden Armada?
Okay, good tag there. Tagging is essential so that you can preempt the movement of the Vikings. Damn. Again, Protoss isn't mining from this base, but neither is Terran. Parting does have more banked up.
Ooh.
One thing we should note here is that although we were talking about how turrets don't cost supply and therefore you can get an ungodly amount of them, that is a lot of money that's sank into stuff that can't end the game for you.
Yeah.
It can only stop your opponent from trying to kill you.
Right.
So the truth is, even though Maru is getting more of the map, I don't know if his investment is going into something that's going to allow him to get to a winning position. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot. This is one of the hardest things to cast in StarCraft 2 is games like this, because there are so many variables here.
Yeah, it's a wild game. It's like this is a very good defensive position for Maru, but how do you ever kill? And that means that Parting can kind of dictate the flow in a lot of ways. Now, we see actually some Marauders, some Marines being made by Maru. I think both sides are kind of having this idea that they need to be able to do a bit more damage on the ground.
Yeah.
They need to be able to do something that's not just air. We'll see what Maru ends up doing with that.
There's also this awkward thing about the... wait a minute.
I'm not...
What?
I'm not as sure about this one.
Can he actually get the planetary?
I think he's just not going to get it. That was kind of a sloppy execution.
So there's this odd feature about the base, this one right here, is that you can nuke from there. You can nuke the base. So I don't know if anybody's going to get this base for a long time. There might be more... Both sides might end up using most of their minerals trying to build stuff here to eventually get this spot and then never get any minerals from it.
Well, Maru's going to mine out everything that he has relatively soon here. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think the play here for Parting is to smash this empty location here that he's attacking right now, just so that he has some area that's actually his, that he can try to cover. Because right now, this is like an outpost that you can just launch attacks from. Yeah, shoot nukes from.
I love that there's 104 missile turrets still after he killed all those missile turrets. 104. If I was Maru, I would definitely make him kill all my buildings. Okay, Maru once again coming in here. These, I think, this move that he keeps on trying moves like this are so key for Maru here, because he has to up his efficiency a little bit. And so, that's a decent way to do it.
Okay, let's go big picture for a second here. Where are there actually minerals? We see that place. That's pretty much done. That's done over there. I think literally Maru is about a minute to a minute and a half away from actually having no resources on his side of the map.
Yeah, you might be right.
And with Parting, what does he have as far as
he's got that kind of pocket-looking expansion, then a few scrappy patches that he like transferred off of.
Ooh, easy
Well,
Parting.
Something like that would be hilarious if that's how the game ends.
Wah, wah, wah.
Damn.
Yeah, I was holding my breath.
It would have made a good Reddit GIF, man.
Yeah.
Ugh. So many people just sitting there waiting to clip.
So Maru has to get this. Okay, so I actually feel that Maru maybe steered this game in the wrong direction. He basically invested too much in his turrets, didn't do enough with what he had, because I don't see Terran ever taking this down here.
Yeah. Seems impossible. It's just, look at the Tempest start to really, really punish right there. Yeah, it seems to me that Parting just has this at this point.
Everybody lands it, like, oh, was this? No. So,
it takes more damage landed. Yeah, it seems like I think that because Maru was in a bad spot. Don't forget, right? Like Parting got ahead and Maru had to turtle, and then Parting went into mass carrier. And I think what Maru did here was he made a decision to play like this, where if your opponent gets over aggressive, you can actually win the game, right? And I think most Protosses will end up being like, I can kill him. I have like the best thing I can think of, right? When you're in the ultimate endgame and you have like all tech, all units, every upgrade, a lot of times you'll be like, okay, he can't stop me, right? Everyone knows that feeling. And then you attack in and you lose everything and suddenly you lose the game.
Yeah. By the way, Parting is now taking that base. So we have, okay, there's almost no minerals for Parting, but I think maybe this base, it's not right at the bottom, but a little bit moved up. You know what I'm talking about? It's like at the 6 o'clock spot. I think that has some minerals.
Yeah, that one does. It does. And Maru's opposite of that is the last thing he has that really has anything other than a few scrappy patches.
So there's a, notice that the minerals are barely moving up for Maru. So we're seeing the last few bits of minerals taken here. So right now Maru has to push this. I think Parting will win this if he just can soak up the minerals from this location.
Well, right now, I think Maru's game plan, you have to EMP all the High Templars, and then you can actually win the air battle, I think. He's got 35 Vikings. He's got 14 Ghosts.
But let's not forget, Parting has quite a bit of minerals banked up. He's ready to swing back into Gateway production if he needs to.
Yeah, he can produce, like, let's call it 35 Gateway units.
Sure, yeah, something around that.
That's what his bank is. So that is something to think about, but look, the EMPs, I mean, the nukes, I'm loving this. I think Maru is the only player that could play this game, I think.
Yeah, this is
insanity. Win or lose, he is maximizing his chances.
He's going to be able to get in there and take it out?
He's going to try. Not going to work out right there.
Every Tempest that kills something with its shot, this all adds up. This is like one of these games where it's like it's who's scored the best, like a Pac-Man game or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of.
It goes to your score, everything you get a kill off of. Each unit needs to pay for itself and more.
Dude,
Templars are coming up again.
Only one has storms.
Yeah, they've all been EMP'd but one.
That's a big deal. But that one storm, look at how tightly they're packed. Look, he's being pretty efficient with the Vikings overall, but down to 22 right now.
Okay.
Does pick off some of these units.
Neither side is maxed out. Maru's spending some of his remaining minerals. Oh, dude. He needs to move. Yeah, I think he's trying to storm.
Oh, yeah, it's not working.
Okay, he needs to actually back up.
Wow, that's a good nuke. Look at that.
Yeah, no cannons now.
Static D gone.
Again, though, Parting has the resources to take this again if he wants.
Yeah.
He will not have any probes, though, if this nuke connects with it.
This was so masterfully done by Maru. This was insane that he was able to do this.
I can't believe this. Again. Well, the thing is, okay, so he stops him. He needs to float something over there and start taking the resources.
I almost think you should drop mules on all the patches and just try to steal minerals out
of this point. Really interesting point,
Even if he kills mules,
I actually really like
minerals away.
Yeah, no, that's... Ooh, Artosis. I'm getting all hot and bothered by that idea. That's such a good play.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he wants to just try to take the minerals off the map, right?
God, I love Starcraft. This is such a beautiful game.
Oh, but look at this Nexus placement. He's so smart.
Oh, he's blocking you with a High Templar. Oh, yeah, that is smart.
Yeah, he can still soak up resources there. It creates a larger no man's land in between where the carriers and the Tempest can be utilized.
Absolutely.
Much harder to nuke from there than from the comfort of the...
No, that makes perfect sense, too.
Yeah,
these players are brilliant. They're just amazing.
These are some serious gamers. Now,
dude, Parting has almost no gas left.
Oh, that's a good point. And that means all he can do is get zealots, but he can mine the gas from that base. Oh, no, he can't really.
Those are, the geysers are on the wrong side. Look at this. Maru's actually, like, he spent everything so well. His gas bank is actually
the geysers are at the top and not the bottom.
Yeah. If they were at the bottom, actually, this game would be much better for Parting right now. How funny is that?
Yeah. We're seeing a little bit of minerals coming here from Maru, so he has just a little bit left. I thought he would have been mined out a little bit longer ago, but I guess not. I guess there's something coming in from somewhere that we don't see. No storms. He needs to storm that.
I like that from Maru, even coming in and forcing the storm. You're right. He had to storm that, or he loses High Templars, but that's fine. He lost like 2 Marines. Who cares?
He's bringing SCs.
Well, I guess at this point you might care a little bit, but
batteries are coming down here. Good tag on that. Wow, that got like everything.
He did get an EMP on it, so just has to wait out that tag. It doesn't last that long.
2 more nukes are coming. Maru is now down to under 300 minerals here.
Yeah. He's mining the very last of what he has.
And basically, if he can't mine anymore or nuke anymore, I mean, this is going to be a Protoss base. He can eventually make a bunch of zealots and just fight up this, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Charge
he
lots
can. He can make almost 30 charge lots. It's true.
It's very important he's targeting ghosts here, by the way. Oh, there's one ghost on the right. Here we go.
Oh, that's cool. And he was EMPing specifically the Oracle.
Yeah. Does he see it?
Yeah, well, he sees the dot. Oh my god, he's going to get the High Templars? Oh,
well,
just barely. That High Templar.
Imagine being hit by a nuclear bomb and it doesn't kill you. You're like, ow!
Oh my god,
oh,
here Maru
here we
comes
go,
out.
Here we go!
Ooh. He actually dodges that storm
Good
surprisingly
EMP
well.
there. What? He just nuked his own. Oh my god! He nuked his own army.
Amazing.